Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is VG Tutorials here, and this is your host Vatoka. Today I'll be showing you how to make your very own Spigot Minecraft server. Hope you guys enjoy the video. First thing you're gonna want to do is create a file named whatever you want on your desktop or wherever you want your Spigot server file to be. For the sake of this tutorial, I will be naming it Spigot Server. Once you're done making the file, go to Google Chrome and go to getbucket.org, link in the description if you're that lazy. And then when you see this thing where it says Spigot 1.12.2.jar or whatever your latest version of Minecraft is, if you want to download Spigot for that version, click this down below. But if you need a different version, go to download Spigot and go to any version you want. For the sake of this tutorial, I'll be downloading 1.12.2, which is my latest version at the time. And then you're going to want to click this down here, and then it's going to come down here. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to go back to your desktop or wherever you had your file and put that jar file in your Spigot server file. Then you're going to want to open your Spigot server file up and create, well, first I'm going to rename mine. You don't have to do this, though you should probably name it Spigot so you don't get confused. Then you're going to want to do is make a new file, a new text document inside your, Spigot server folder. Then you want to call it really nothing for now, it doesn't matter. And then this code is down in the description. You could copy and paste it. What you're gonna have to do is that, and then what you're gonna want to do is actually click make that named Spigot. Once you're done writing the name of your jar file, which for me it's spigot.jar because I renamed it, you're gonna want to click File, Save As, and you're going to want to name it really whatever you want in the front. I'm going to name it Run because this will be used to run your server. And then in the end, you're going to want to do .bat. And make sure it says all files and not text documents. Once it says all files, you could go ahead and click Save. Now it should be good, and it should make this .batch file that says Run. Once you're done, click this Run file. It's going to load a bunch of libraries into your file, and that will help you get set up. And now it's going to show up this EULA, which you're going to want to go into and change it to true. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to click the X and click Save. Then you don't really need this new text document anymore, and you just click Run again. And it should make some more files. It might take some time. And as you could see, it made some more files in the background. And with these files, they look intimidating, but they're really not. A lot of them don't mean much, but don't delete them because the server needs them. So it's preparing spawn area. You're pretty much launching your server now. Just so you do know, you do have to have a IP forwarded for this to work. If you don't know how to do IP forward, just look that up because I can't help you with that since I have a different router. So once you're done with that, just to safely stop it, you're going to want to write stop in the command prompt, and it's going to stop your server. Okay, so now you have your server files and your server is practically ready. Now I'm just going to tell you a little bit more. What you're going to want to do, you have this world file. It's where you put your world for your server. You have plugins where you put plugins for your server. It's pretty basic. But you have these, which is pretty much the nether. When you go to the nether, something else. When you go to the end, it's like that. You could always change these, and when you go to another portal, it brings you to a different world. And over here is the opt player list. In this opt player list, it's going to say all the players you have opt and have permission to edit server. And then here's the permissions file, which I don't know what exactly does. And here is the server properties file. I do recommend you to get edit Notepad++. The link to that download is in the description. And when you do have it, click edit with Notepad++. It should show that up. If it doesn't, tell me in the comments below and I'll try to help you. And when it's done with that, ignore if it says a new version. I mean, you could if you want to. It pretty much says everything you could use. You could say if you don't want Nether, you want this is what will show up under your server. We could call it, for the sake of this tutorial, YouTube, and you could say spawn monsters true, and I'm just gonna leave this all the same. You could take a look at it, play with it. Just make sure you don't delete anything or it could end really badly. So pretty much once you're done with that, I think you're all ready to go, and just click run and run your server. Once you're finished with that, you're gonna want to put your port and add the server, and then you're gonna want to try joining your server. And once you have joined the server, it should say logging in, loading terrain, and there is your server. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to slam that like button and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.